So I'm not a fan of what most people do because what most people do makes you like most people. In other words, you become average pretty damn quick. And most people live in the world of excuses. They don't experience much in the world of excellences. Think about it. Your excellency, that's you. You are here. You are God here. You are God here with the opportunity to have the adventure of a lifetime. And most people don't bother. They don't bother noticing that they are here or that they're here to have the adventure of a lifetime. And you can do that. So here's one of the things that I notice that tends to get in the way of most people most of the time. They do something very literal. They stop, step back, and have a think about something. All right, let's do that. Let's stop. Let's step back. Let's have a think about something. And when you're being beckoned to the beautiful, and you stop and step back and have a think about something, you're ignoring the beckoning. You're ignoring a new beginning. And adventures are full of new beginnings. Adventures are full of beckonings. And most people's lives are full of stop, step back, have a think about something. And it's usually about the ramifications and the damifications. And so they don't move. They step back, they stop, they have a think about something. And remarkable, we talk about this as the sneaky state pair of participant bystander. It's a sneaky state, participant bystander. And I invite you to notice how much of your life do you choose to be a bystander. I'll stand by, I'll step back and I'll check things out. I'll be cautious. Being cautious makes you nauseous from what I can tell after a while. And you start to go numb and nuts. In other words, life's okay. I can't think of anything worse than a life that's okay. Yeah, I can get by. I'm doing all right. I'm just not a fan of it. What I am a fan of is absolutely living life. Think about it. I'm at Victoria. And I could have stopped, stepped back, and had to think about things. Like, well, how's it all going to work legally? And what do I need to do? And what about my citizenship? And how do I get a permanent visa? And I could have thought through everything to the point where I wouldn't have noticed if she left the room or left my life. In other words, I could have thought about things, let's call that data, or I could open up to the dance. Now, the dance along the way involves some heartaches, and it involves some hardships. Moving to a country where I wasn't allowed to work. All right, I put everything on hold and got to sort out what am I allowed to do, what am I able to do, what am I passionate about. That opened up this project. If they hadn't told me you're not allowed to work here, I possibly wouldn't have asked the question, what do I want to do with my life? How do I want to make a difference in the world? That's fate to me. But if I stood back and said, well, how do I want to make a difference in the world? Let me step back and look at things. Can you actually make any money making a difference in the world? Or maybe I should just take all that training that I've spent thousands and thousands and tens of thousands, probably over $100,000 worth of money and time. And maybe I should just do the corporate world. Yeah, that would pay the bills. I could sit in traffic or on the trolley all day. I like trolleys, don't like traffic. I don't want to sit in either one all day. I love my Ames chair even more. And I love you. I love reaching out to you. I love when you reach back. Feel free to. I'd love that. Meanwhile, we've got another live call this weekend. Last weekend, we did one on the three worlds. The worlds of the minutia, the world of me, the world of the magical. And most people get stuck on one, and then they beat themselves in one of the others, and they totally ignore the third. You can just go through your day right now without knowing anything that we did on that call and just noticed, am I stuck on the minutia again? Am I stepping back to think about things? Am I a cautious person who beats themselves up later because I never do anything? That could be world 2. World 3 is the magical. Do you invoke it? Do you know it's there? Do you notice it beckoning? Do you notice that it always supports you? Or do you believe in conspiracy theories? People trying to get your money. Yep, it's the Bilderbergers, it's the capitalists, it's the whatever. But I digress. So we did a live call last weekend. It was pretty damn good. There's a link to it, so you can get it if you want to. We're doing one this Sunday. All right, if you want to join us live, I'd suggest that you do. Yes, it'll be recorded, and you can get that later if you want to. But there's just something magical about being there. Because here's the deal. People will sit back, and they will bystand their entire life. Standing by. Oh, I want it to speed up. Well, stop standing by. You get to move and participant. There's a lot of ways to play there. And we'll be playing with expansive, quantum expansion this weekend. And I invite you to join us for quantum expansion. Click the link. Have a great day. My name is Mr. 2020, and I might as well just call this an episode of the Power of Imagination podcast. There's my dog. I love my dog. Anyway, I'll probably cut that out. See ya.